Hello and welcome to the Trust Wales Women's Fan Trust halftime coverage. You're stuck with me for a few minutes until we're joined by Megan Fringer and, of course, Gwennan Harries. I think it's been quite an interesting game, quite tight. I'm glad to see and glad to tell you that Megan is joining me now. Hi,
Hey,
Megan. I'm just doing. I've already pressed live, so we're already going out
I
to.
was worried that I was like on a 3-minute delay when I saw your email pop through. I was like, oh my gosh, am I watching a game 10 minutes like way back in the past? But no, yeah.
No,
Hi.
we're all good to go. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm sunburnt. Because I guess I haven't figured out that I need to put sunscreen on in this country. But
If
no,
there's
I'm
any
good. How are
consolation,
you?
I'm good, thanks. If there's any consolation, I'm always in the exact same position as you. I just have to think about the sunshine and I go bright red. What did you think about the game? Oh, I think actually Gwennan is just trying to join us. Here we go, live from the stadium. Hi, Gwennan. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. I'm so sorry, I forgot my headphones. So
Hey, it builds some atmosphere, so it's absolutely no problem at all.
I don't know where else I can go.
It's all right. Don't worry. So
I'll ask
what have
someone
you?
if I can borrow one after.
Sounds good. Yeah, definitely. I think it's been quite an interesting. It's been quite balanced. I thought quite a lot going on in terms of the way both teams are kind of pressing each other and kind of working hard. But obviously, they had that kind of big chance at the end of the half there, and
That was really scary. I didn't
made a
like
big
that.
difference, isn't it?
Yeah. But I'm going to try and find somewhere quieter.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to ask someone for headphones.
Megan, what did you think of the half? Like I said, it was pretty balanced, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought we were playing the way that Gemma Granger wants us to play. I think we're getting on the front foot when we need to. I'd like to see us take more time to do it. I just think sometimes we're really good at getting the ball and then it's like, okay, quick, what do we do with it instead of holding on to it and really thinking about what we're going to do with it. But I think we're going toe to toe with them, and I like it. I like that we're doing this because I don't think we would have been doing this 2 years ago. So I do like the way that we're playing.
No, I totally agree, and I think it's quite interesting. That's the one frustration I would say a little bit is the way that we're kind of not using the ball in a particularly intelligent way. Sometimes, kind of giving it away a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Gwenna, what's it like there? Tell us what it looks like at the stadium
Well,
and what the
you
atmosphere
can
is like.
probably hear it because I haven't got my headphones. But no, the pitch is amazing. So really good pitch for both teams trying to play. I agree actually with Megan. It's just lovely to see us trying to play out as well. Something that was developing, a bit frustrating in the final third as per usual. That's weakness that we just need to improve on if we're to step into the next level. But I'm really happy to conceded a few easy goals in the last two games, like direct goals as well. But we looked really solid defensively.
Yeah,
No, I
it's
agree.
cool because that was one of the things that Gemma kept saying was she wanted to build on the foundations that Jane had established. I think that's like easy to say when you come in and you take over from someone's like, oh, well, we'll build from this. But I really think she has. Like I think she's taken that foundation that Wales were so good at and said, right, we're actually going to use this. And maybe the first two games it was rocky, but I think right now she's done a really good job with it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think Ian Campbell has just agreed with you at home as well, talking about how we're going forward in the final third. So it's good to see. Good to see we're not the only ones thinking that as well.
Yeah. No, I think just go back. I'd agree there in terms of as well. Like we have got new. Sorry, I'm not very good at this selfie thing. We've got some new players in that partnership as well. So, with someone like Hayley Ladd's coming back in, we've moved Gemma Evans from left back inside to centre half. She's played the left side of a three before, but she's never played as a two for Wales, which she does for Bristol. So it's just about them having a little bit of time to get used to each other as well. So, I'm really pleased with it so far. Considering Scotland are a really really good team, technical.
Yeah.
That midfield three plus Erica, but they've caused a bit of problems with their positioning. But Angharad James, Sophie Ingle been outstanding. I'd love to see their running stats so far.
Well, I'd love to know what you thought of Carrie Jones as well, because some of the things she's done has been fantastic. That little kind of dinked ball through to Jess Fishlock was absolutely sublime. That was probably our best moment of the match, really.
Yeah, I actually would have taught her as a PE teacher. I taught her sister, and I left to come back home, back down south the year she was coming up. So I know her well, know her family well. I'm delighted to see her get an opportunity. A bit worried that I'm a bit biased sometimes with her because I've been waiting for 2 years for her to get another opportunity. I think she has really, really played well this first half. Defensively, done her job really well, been aggressive. She's quite slight, she's only young, but she's been really physical. And then on the ball, like, she's shown how tidy she is as well, made good decisions. She hasn't lost the ball in areas where more experienced players have made bad decisions, actually. So I've been really pleased with her and pleased for her as well.
I really like that she went for goal. Like the first time she got the ball at her feet, she was like, "Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do it." Because I think, like, if I were making my first start, I might be a little hesitant to do it. But then if you get those nerves out the way immediately, then for the rest of the game, you sort of have that freedom to go and do it. So yeah, she established herself immediately. It was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go for goal." So I thought that immediately. I thought was fantastic from her.
Yeah, I think as well. That comes from the confidence the players give you, and the coach as well. So I think that they probably said, go out there and just express yourself, because she is good at taking players on. So I was the same, actually. I was trying to think back to what I would have done. I probably would have gone for goal as well, because I was quite selfish. As a forward player, you have to be. So I'm team forwards like that.
What do you think maybe is something that needs to change at the second half, or is there anything you think Gemma might change second half?
I don't think she'll change anything radically to start with. We've seen that under Jane as well. They like to keep that stability quite late on, but we are allowed 6 subs today, so it would be nice to see if you get an opportunity for her to see them in that competitive environment before our qualifiers. It's hard because I just feel like at times we're playing really well, playing clever, but at times then when we go forward, it's just that, as I said, that lack of clinicalness, bad decision making, where we could be making them pay if we were better in those areas. So just maybe a bit of a change of personnel. I wouldn't change the shape too much and put it as a front out 4-3-3 and keep the forwards the wide forwards forward, because I think they've got too much quality. And if we give them too much room, they'll make us pay, Scotland.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we're getting some great comments in from people online as well. And I think, considering how good Scotland are, I think, like you say, it is a fantastic performance. Caris Ingram saying very, very similar, that she thought if we can take care a little bit better care of the ball, then I think we've got a chance. I think Paul O'Brien has made a good point here as well, echoing Megan's thoughts. It's great to see an attacking mindset and a way to play, but it's costing us a little bit of control at times in the game, which I do very much agree with. It's I think what is great though, as Caris said and you said as well, Gwennan, is for a team of Scotland's calibre, for us to be kind of competing with them as much as we are, I think is really, really impressive.
Yeah, certainly, and they're disappointed obviously not to reach the last Euros coming up next year, but they have really established themselves in the last 4 or 5 years. They reached the World Cup, or the first Euros, the World Cup. They're a really good team with a lot of good players as well. They've developed a real depth and technical players. So, I actually was thinking about the last time that we played here against Scotland. It was 2012, because that ended up being my last game that I didn't realise at the time because of injury. And we were miles off them then, and they've developed so much since then. But so have we, and we're proving that we're as good as most teams on our day. I'd just like to see us, as I said, take that extra step now, because we should be competing with the players that we've got, especially those technical players of James, Fishlock, Ingle, Carrie Jones.
Is it sometimes kind of hard being you, Gwennan, like being up there and being like, why can't I be out there? Like, why can't I be going for goal? Like, do you sometimes get the urge to just jump over the fence and just get on the pitch?
More than sometimes, yeah. I'd love to pack my boots and just run on, but yeah, I'm gutted with the way that my career ended. I was 24 when I played my last game for Wales, which is nearly 10 years ago now. So I'm still only 33. But that's life, that's football, and I'm just thankful to see the way that the game's developing with other opportunities, media, that the girls getting more exposure, and just the way that it's more professional now. But yeah, if I had the choice, I'd obviously pick playing over talking rubbish.
Well, I don't know. You're not talking rubbish. I think you're definitely keeping us entertained. I can tell you that. Do you think there's an element of like the way that Scotland play? They are, like you say, very technical. I feel like we are a little bit afraid to jump in on them, so to speak, at times, and we're kind of maybe being a bit, especially around the box, maybe giving them a tiny bit too much respect.
Yeah, I'd agree. There's times I think the midfield two have done really well. They've pressed together, and the distances between them are good and nice and tight. But at times, other players seem to be shown a little bit too much respect, I'd say, to your Kim Littles, your Cuthberts, and especially Caroline Weir. Whereas you obviously don't want to injure anyone, but you want to put your mark out so that, you know, if they skip past you once, that they're not going to do that again because you put your mark down. Like you leave a mark on them. And maybe that's something that, I don't know, with it being a friendly as well, might be something. But then saying that, you know, there's no such thing as a friendly, really. It's not my thing, really.
Especially against your neighbours in Scotland as well.
Well,
I
because they're the Celts, aren't they? So.
That's true. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people supporting them on Friday over alternative neighbours as well. So good luck to them for that. Someone's posted again, Paul O'Brien, a question about Sophie Ingle. Did you play with her, Gwennan?
I did, yeah. I actually looked after her a fair bit when she came into the squad. We nicknamed her Moot because she did not talk. She doesn't talk much more now, but no, she used to play left back, and I was actually in front of her, left wing. The left side club, we always used to get the blame because we didn't do as much running as Lauren Dykes on the right hand side, but we used to say we do much better with the ball. So no, you could see straight away what a player she was. I'm just pleased that she's fulfilled her potential, because it was maybe a year or two where I was on her case, other players were on her case to push herself, to try and drive herself on, and she was a little bit, not sure, but she went over that, and we've seen just how good a player she is, and I still think there's more to come from her as well.
Yeah, I mean, she's fantastic. It's funny you were saying about the left-hand side there, because I do actually think that's been one of our better areas today. Rachel Rose getting forward really well. There seems to be a little bit of space out on that left-hand side, and that seems to be maybe where we'll get some joy in the second half.
That's what Rachel Rose did in the last game too against Denmark. I remember when we were all watching it back in the stadium, we were all like, wow, Rachel's got a lot of freedom over there. And I think her having that whole flank to herself is really somewhere that she can express herself. And then her and Carrie kind of linking up. It looks really, really good. I like the two of them sort of working together.
Yeah, I agree. I'd love to see Rachel Rose in a more attacking position, maybe on that left wing, because she could offer so much, and she can cut in. She can go in on her right, she can drive on her left foot as well. She's very two-footed, but yeah, it's definitely been a positive. We need to try and get them on the ball a little bit more, to be honest, because they're both technically good players, and they seem to have a good link as well, considering it's the first time they're playing together.
Well, maybe they were obviously inspired by you, Gwennan, playing on that left-hand side a few years ago. Maybe, you know, they're just picking up the mantle that you left behind, you know?
I think Carrie was probably about 8 the last time I played, so probably not. I'm going to have to scoot back down out to the players that are coming out, so I'll see you after the game.
Yes, thank you, Gwennan. We'll see you after the game.
Bye.
Bye. Well, there you go. That's half time, ladies and gents. Thank you, everyone who's kind of tuned in and watched, posted his comments. We would love to get more comments after the match as well. We'll be back at full time with Megan, obviously, and Gwennan will be joining us as well. So thank you very much for watching. Keep your comments coming after the match, and please make sure you come back and join us after the game. Thank you very much.